Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video, and I'm going to be talking about a newly shown Marvel Legends wave, and this is the Sauron Build-A-Figure wave. So now this is this set of figures was first shown at Toy Fair, I believe, just most of the figures, and then all the rest were shown recently. These photos, the official images, came out quite a while ago, like, almost a couple weeks ago, I think. I was on vacation, though, when they did come out, so I never got a chance to make a video about them. However, I figured now is as good a time as any to do it, because I would like to discuss this wave. So yeah, so I'm also doing another video. I'm just kind of discussing all the Marvel Legends waves that aren't like completely released yet, and just kind of discussing them in general. So look out for that as well. But starting off here with the Deadpool wave, this is actually looking like an interesting wave. I have really mixed feelings about it in general, but just personally. But the figure here, we do have just Deadpool in his like X-Men suit. I think this looks really cool. I actually like it quite a bit. The figure itself in like this form, I don't think is super interesting, where he's just got the normal Deadpool, mask on with his X-Men suit, and then he's got some interesting weapons there, of course, his signature katanas, of course, but overall, I think that just kind of looks okay. What I really like, though, is this one, the one with the crazy type of face. I think it's very cool. It's like an X-Men face that he put, or it's an X-Men mask on top of his face. It's very odd. You have teeth with it, though, so I don't know quite how it works, but it does look really neat, and I do like the hat it comes with. So although I'm unfamiliar with him in the comics like that, I really like the look of it, and I kind of get the gist of what it's going for. So I really do actually enjoy that. So this is one of the figures that I'm most looking forward to in the wave, I must say. Then we have Lady Deadpool. This is a nice figure. It does use, I believe, a standard kind of woman body sculpt. Of course, though, with a new head sculpt with the hair, which I definitely love the hair. It has a lot of personality, a lot of expression to it. It really is flowing, and I like the way it's been painted as well. It comes with head pull too, which is fun to see, like the little decapitated skull head wearing the Deadpool mask, and I believe he has a little spinner. Yeah, he has a little spinner that helps him spin around and fly. So I think that's quite cool. I am glad that that is included. And then we have I guess the most regular Deadpool in this wave, and it's Deadpool with his mask up a bit without wearing pants. This looks awesome. I have to say, this looks like a really cool, fun figure, and just the way he's posed in packaging is great, and it has a lot of personality, of course. And as you can see, he has his legs all ripped up from the cancer and everything that's ravaging him. But overall, it looks awesome. I love the fact that he's wearing slippers. He's got a sock on only one of the feet, and then his underwear has hearts, but they're like Deadpool hearts. So cool, so clever, so much fun, and yeah, absolutely. I think that this just looks like a marvelous figure, and just looks really cool. I'm actually really excited about this one. This, I think, is my favorite figure of the wave. The two like Deadpool figures are the best figures in the wave, in my opinion. I do like Lady Deadpool though. And then we have the Wolverine, kind of the female Wolverine, I believe the X-23 Wolverine, when she like took over as Wolverine in the comics. But I like her. I like her classic comic coloring. It's very much like the 90s television show, but it does look very cool. It looks like she has some new lower legs, which is nice, and then the head sculpt looks good. I love the flowing hair. The other head sculpt of just her face is alright. It's a little plain for my liking. The hair is just very simple, but I do really like the other style. So I'm not like a huge fan of her in the comics or anything, but I really think the figure looks quite nice, I must admit. So yeah, I do like the fact that you do have these spikes at the feet too. That is quite cool, and helps it be unique. And she comes with a rather large Build-A-Figure piece, which is nice as well. Then we have Bishop. I've never been a huge fan of Bishop, but he's okay. Like, he's a nice addition for your kind of like 90s styled X-Men collection. Like, he's gonna look good with that Wolverine and like the Cyclops that was released recently and things like that. They look like a nice set together. But he looks alright. I think he's a pretty standard body sculpt, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, with some extra vests and pouches and belts on and things like that, and scarves. The head sculpt does look nice, so I do like the expression on it. Then we have Omega Red. Omega Red is an X-Men villain that I'm not a big fan of, to be honest. Like, I really love X-Men villains. Omega Red isn't a big X-Men villain, in my opinion. He looks very much like an Iron Man villain. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he's like a mixture of the Crimson Typhoon and Whiplash. He just has that look to me. But overall, he looks alright. Like, the figure looks good, don't get me wrong. Just personally, I'm not a big fan of the character, so I'm not particularly excited for the figure, but I do think that he looks decent. I like the fact that he comes with 2 different lengths of whips. I think that is nice. And then the sculpt itself, the bottom, the upper sections of the hands look new. Obviously, the vest is new, unless that was used for Cable, but I don't think it was. The head's obviously new, and these knee pads are new. But yeah, overall, I think it looks nice. I think it uses like a Venom body as the base, because those feet very much look like Venom's feet. And then, yeah, overall, the Build-A-Figure of the Wave being Sauron, I actually really like. I'm not a huge fan of the character, but I do kind of like him. He's always been interesting to me. I've always been a fan of pterodactyls just in general, so I kind of like his look. It would be cooler if they did some of the characters that more fit him, like if they did that kind of jungle version of Rogue or Storm or something like that in this wave. That would be really cool, and that would fit the Build-A-Figure a lot better. And I'm also not 100% sure how much he relates to Deadpool. Whenever I see this character, I don't particularly see him with Deadpool, like fighting Deadpool or anything, so I'm not quite sure how often he is utilized as a Deadpool character. However, of course, he is an X-Men character, so he fits the wave no matter what. But the head sculpt, I think, looks really cool. I love the pterodactyl head sculpt. It looks like the mouth opens really wide. You should be able to close that, which is really cool. It does reuse some pieces from the Lizard, which was just a Walmart exclusive 6-inch figure from the Amazing Spider-Man 1 movie. And, you know, that's a decent figure, actually. It lacks in some bulk, but it works for Sauron here. So, like, the torso was definitely reused from that. And then the arms, obviously they're kind of like sculpted into the wings, so the arms are definitely newly sculpted, but I believe they used some of the same design in the arms when they were making the new design for the wings to be attached to it. But I think that it looks very cool. The wings look really nice. I hope they look this good in person. They look like really wet and kind of organic, which looks awesome. I love the kind of spray of green into the yellow. I think that looks really cool. And then his tail looks nice as well. I'm overall quite happy with this series. I think that I don't know how many of these figures I'm actually going to pick up. Well, here's the thing. I want Sauron. I'm not, like, dying for him, though, so I'd be okay just kind of waiting and trying to get his pieces at a decent price. But personally, the 2 Deadpool figures are the best ones in the series, in my opinion. And then the Lady Deadpool and Wolverine look really nice. Cable would be nice just for a collection, and then Omega Red is the one I'm not too interested in. So yeah, so I think that I'll try to get as many figures in this wave that I can at a decent price, and then all the others I'll just buy the pieces for the Build-A-Figure. The run regular Deadpool is the only one that I'm like, I have to get that figure. All of the other figures in the series, like, would be cool to have and would be okay. Some I'd like more than others, but I'm not, like, dying for them. I'd be okay if I had to sacrifice the figure just for the Build-A-Figure piece. So yeah, so that's kind of my plan. I really do like the Build-A-Figure, and then the wave, I think, has some good characters in it, and it has some really nice figures. So as a whole, I do actually think this is a really solid wave, and it looks like there's a lot of fun, kind of interesting things going on with it as well. So there you go. That's my thoughts on this new Deadpool series with the Build-A-Figure being Sauron. Let me know what you guys think of these figures and the Build-A-Figure, and thanks so much for watching.